Hello everyone, welcome to the Wrestling Lowdown Show, and today in this video, we're going to talk about the pay-per-view Crown Jewel. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
By the time we record this video, there's probably going to be even more, but it's time for us to at least talk about it. So without further ado, Richard, he's going to take us through.
So I'm going to go all the way back to April when
Yes.
WWE announced after WrestleMania that there was going to be the greatest Royal Rumble. And a lot of fans were skeptical of this event due to how much they promoted it and just how it came out of nowhere.
Yes.
And also that they were using an original IP and just adding greatest to it.
Yes.
Why would they use Royal Rumble? Well, probably because of the royal family.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but most of the fans let it slide. You know, they moved on from it afterwards. But about a month ago, WWE announced another event in Saudi Arabia called Crown Jewel. I believe they announced it after they announced Evolution, and a lot of people were suspecting that they made Evolution just to soften the blow whenever they announced Crown Jewel.
Yes.
They planned to have it at that same venue where they had the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Yes.
But again, fans were skeptical, but things got out of hand when a journalist was murdered by Saudi officials. People were suspecting it was the Saudi royal family that was out to get him.
Right.
But no, WWE pretty much stayed out of it. They didn't say anything. They kept quiet until multiple senators pleaded them to reconsider their decision and go forth with the pay-per-view.
Yes.
And then WWE responded and said they were only going to stop if President Trump tells them to or something. I forget.
Yes.
But then sources backstage say that while half the locker room didn't want to go to the event, the entire office was comfortable and was pushing forward to go with it. And then after that, multiple mainstream reports have written stories about the controversy and also hinting that they were dissatisfied with WWE's decision to continue with the event.
Yes.
Stephanie and or Triple H said they were going forward because of the contractual agreement they had with the country.
Yes.
Whenever they mentioned Crown Jewel, they changed it to, I believe, global event, hiding the fact that they were going to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And I believe the official website for the event had no more options to buy tickets. And then things started to get worse when more sources have suggested that John Cena was pulling out of the event.
Yes.
And then immediately after, Daniel Bryan also said he didn't want to go. But it was still kind of up in the air because people didn't know. That just meant they didn't want to go and they still were going. But this week's Raw and SmackDown confirmed that they're not going.
Yes.
I don't know if you knew, but during the Evolution pay-per-view, fans were like booing at the screen every time they showed the Crown Jewel ad.
Yeah.
Which would make sense.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like no women allowed, and then you're airing that at an all women's pay-per-view.
Yeah. People can look back and see Michael Cole saying it, and you can see Renee, and that's not when they stand there when he said this.
Yeah.
So they were like, why? Well, they knew why he had to say it, but I'm sure Michael Cole deep down is kind of like, oh, here we go, I gotta announce it. And yeah, of course, that were at the live event, big boos.
Oh yeah, like it was loud.
Yeah, there's only one time mentioned one time.
Yeah.
Get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as of right now, most, if not all, the superstars have landed in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there are like a lot of pictures. And I believe Renee is going to be there. I don't know if she's doing like interviews or commentary.
The commentary.
Oh,
yeah,
commentary?
Yeah, commentary.
Okay. And then as of today, people were saying Hulk Hogan is now going to be on the event because they were like put on the programming or whatever, and people in Saudi Arabia were mentioning it on Twitter.
Yes.
So that's pretty much all of it. So I guess we'll just go right into it. What do you think about the whole thing?
Yeah, it started really heat up when that journalist was suspected, missing first.
Yeah.
And WWE kept their mouth out of it, but a lot of companies, big companies, pulled out. They said, no, we want nothing to do with this. So that put more pressure on WWE, which they put a little blanket statement saying, oh, we're going to observe the situation.
Yeah.
Which makes me think we're not going to do nothing. Yeah, like you were saying, the venue got moved because it was supposed to be at like a higher place, like more population, but it got downsized by a lot. And I don't remember the number, but it was like 50,000 all the way down to 20,000, something like that. Something.
Yeah.
So you started seeing them, they're starting to shake, or I don't know what was going on. Now, yeah, there was no way they were going to pull out totally. I think WWE has to kind of soften the blow. I don't know, maybe after they should try to reconsider. I don't know how the contract's going to go with that 10-year contract.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're taking a lot of heat, and rightfully so in a lot of ways. But after this, maybe they should really reconsider, you know? Because it's looking like, hey, WWE cares about money.
Yeah.
You know? And it's point blank, you know, to the layman term, it's blood money. And that's all they care, you know? And yeah, they can say, well, it's not our fault. It's not like we, you know, had anything to do with the general, you know? The event itself, well, yeah, I'm really turned off on it, just everything. But he being a big Shawn Michaels fan, I never thought the day I wouldn't want to see him wrestle. Just that, yeah, all this stuff, but then he's getting old and he's bald now, and, and I love Shawn. You know how much I love. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
I'm a mark. I'm the biggest mark. But I'm like, dude, I don't want to see a 57-year-old wrestle again. You know, at an event.
Yeah.
You know, so as an entertainment standpoint, I don't have any appeal, and the Saudi Arabia issue, yeah, they really help at all.
Yeah.
And again, WWE is a company, so I see that aspect.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, obviously, I have no pull. Nobody has any pull, but McMahon. I would put caution after this, because you know it is unfortunate they really got jumped into it. You know, with all the journalist stuff, but even before then, you know, the women stuff.
Yeah.
You know, not women. Yeah. And the PR, she's like, oh, it's so great over here. We're just making change. That, yeah, I definitely don't agree. It's like a lot of BS. But yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know, I can't back that up at all for them. Yeah. That's a lot.
I guess they were apparently playing like anti-Iran propaganda at the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Oh, huh.
I don't know if that's true, but yeah, they said that was happening. I was like, what? I didn't know that. And after I learned that, I'm like, man, this is really shady. I don't know what's going on.
Yes.
But yeah, my opinion is pretty much the same. You know, they are a business first, so they have to oblige to the contracts that they have. I just feel really bad for the talent. You know, a lot of them didn't want to go.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw a lot of people praising Daniel Bryan, saying, oh, it's so good that he refused to travel. I'm like, dude, he's in a position where he pretty much can do anything he wants, and he's going to have the upper hand. You know, if he gets fired, you know, he can go anywhere he wants. But if it's like someone like Zack Ryder, if he said that, he would just get fired immediately. And then, you know, he might not have anywhere to go or not make as much as money, you know, as Daniel Bryan. But
I know.
Yeah, it's easy to have that leverage being John Cena and being Daniel Bryan. So it's like, I feel really bad for the talent because most people are just not going to give the show a chance, which is fine. You know, I think that's the best way to voice your opinion is to not watch the show or to unsubscribe. But, you know, if you're fine with it, then cool. But if not, I don't see any problem with that.
Yeah.
At the same time, just remember that these wrestlers, their whole dream was to get to this point, and it's just so hard that they have to go because if they don't go, they might get punished, you know, whether it's on TV or...
Yeah, correct me, what do you mean, like a volunteer, like some can go, or like Sami Zayn, he didn't go last time.
Yeah.
Was it voluntarily or something like that?
Yeah.
But is that more like a PR?
I think it's because of his, you know, relations, like, you know, he's,
Oh, he's like Israeli or something?
He's Syrian.
Like Syrian. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe that's why.
Yeah. So I think if they had like true political ties or just their beliefs, they can stay. But I really wonder about like the champions, like AJ Styles or something.
Yeah.
Like I wonder if he didn't want to go, but it's kind of hard not to.
Yeah. Yeah. They have contracts too. Like you know. Yeah. Like many. You know. Different contracts going on. So they can't really opt out, yeah. Yeah,
I just hope that people don't see that as like, oh, AJ Styles went, he doesn't care about what happened to that journalist. It's like, no, he has a contract and he has a job to do. So it's like I said, it's such a terrible position to be in. But I just wish that it would go away after this. But I feel like, sadly, they're stuck in this. And
Yeah.
I don't really want to watch it because they're pushing it so hard for the DX versus Brothers of Destruction. I don't think anyone really wants to see that, so that's just kind of weird.
I don't know if you knew like, the prince who kind of ordered all that. Like, hey, I want to see Yokozuna.
Oh yeah, and they got a fake Yokozuna.
Oh, the Ultimate Warrior. Yeah. It's like, sorry, we can't have that real quick. So this is pretty much pandering to them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be so wound up, but it's like they're getting a lot of money. So it's not like you're a missionary, you're going and you're trying to make change. No, you go because you got money, a lot of money. So
yeah, we don't know the whole details, so that's why people are just like, what is going on? We have no clue, and everything's just getting more and more shady.
Yeah, I'm not promoting it on the Facebook or anything. Like I said, I'm not going to condemn anybody for watching it. And it's kind of important to me. Like I said earlier, like I don't really care if Shawn Michaels. It's not going to, I'm not going to lose sleep off it.
The Greatest Royal Rumble is pretty much like a house show. Not in terms of size, but the way it was booked.
Yeah.
It was just like watching a televised house show. And I really wonder if WWE is going to keep promoting like pay-per-views or recording every event in Saudi Arabia going forward, because I think probably the greatest thing that they could do is just have matches there, but not televise it or talk about it or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I thought the Greatest Royal Rumble was. At first, I was a joke, and then I was like, the Royal Rumble just happened, and I was like, oh, this is probably just some, worldwide thing, house show.
Yeah.
But no, it was the actual pay-per-view. I was like, what the heck?
That's what everyone thought, because they just announced it. I'm like, what the heck is this? And it's like, oh, whatever. And then ads got longer and longer, and they're like, oh, it's going to be at this stadium. And then later on, it's like, oh, it's going to be filmed live. And oh, it's going to have like 50 people or whatever in the Royal Rumble for the whatever trophy and green belt. I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess all we can see is the aftermath. I guess in the end of the day, I kind of knew in my heart, like, they're going to go forward with it no matter what. It's WWE, they've been through this.
I'm worried more so about the talent, because
yes, exactly.
Some might even leave the company if they have to go again, and they're like, I really don't want to do this. Because what if pretty much everyone says they don't want to go? Like all the big stars. It's like,
actually a lot of talent that didn't want to go. There's unnamed. But like you said in the beginning, obviously Cena and Daniel Bryan have a lot of pull, and they'll be okay. But I'm glad they stepped up. But that's them though. But other people might have to either lose their job or I don't know,
lose a title or whatever. But yeah, like Cena, it was just out of nowhere. They didn't even explain why. They're just like, okay, Bobby Lashley, you're in the tournament now. And it's like, okay. Because Daniel Bryan, I guess it kind of makes sense, but they still didn't say like, oh, since you already had your opportunity, now you can't go to Crown Jewel. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say.
That's pretty much it. Hopefully, things are positive going forward, but only time can tell.
Yeah, I think that's the bottom line.
All right, so that's it for today's show. If anyone else is interested, we can be found on Facebook or on Twitter at Wrestling Lowdown. Be sure to subscribe or comment if you enjoyed anything, and we'll be back soon with more wrestling news and commentary.
Okay, I get it.